Hey folks, Troy Dooley, the Network Marketing Advocate. It has been a busy week. You know, last week at this time, I was at Rastelli Direct headquarters. Now, I don't know about you guys, but have you ever sat down across the kitchen table? And that's literally what I did. I'm sitting across the kitchen table. Katie Lopez is making me lunch. God, just a beautiful big old apple pie. She knows I like apple pie. Steak, potatoes, vegetables. And Ray Rastelli, co-founder of Rastelli Brothers, the corporate group that owns Rastelli Direct, comes in and sits down and we start chatting. I met Papa Rastelli, his dad and Tony's dad. I met Ray Rastelli III. I met Anthony Hillman. I mean, the list goes on. Royce Reed picks me up at the airport. I think he's the only one not in the family that I met. It was amazing to me. Here's why. Ray took time over lunch to talk with me. Now, I've talked with lots of millionaires in this business. B.K. Barreco, Richard Brooke, Steve Wallach, Gary Razor. I mean, the list can go on and on. I've never sat down with somebody who built a $1 billion business, annual $1 billion business. And you know what? He starts sharing with me about their store when they opened up their first meat shop. And I said, but Ray, why direct selling? I mean, you're running an international conglomerate. You're the largest provider of American-made products to the Mideast. You support the military. Why? And he said, because I just want to give back to the average folks that got us started years ago, and if they can get good quality food, it's amazing. I'm doing a complete review on Rastelli Direct. You're going to be amazed with this company. But that's, I think, the passion. When you got a guy that wealthy, that successful, that says, I just want to give back to the average person, the people that helped us build what we are, to me, that's awesome. That's the way to go. Hey, BK Braco over at VEMMA just sent me in the new Verve can. Same original formula, powerful new brand. What I liked about what BK did was he went out to social media and asked the people, hey, can you help us out? Tell us what's going on. According to the USA Today, check this out. Here's today's. If you haven't picked it up, this is what it looks like. Go pick it up, the weekend edition. A 32-page insert. Check that one out. The original social business model, why direct selling works. Everybody should do it. I bought a dozen copies I'm going to be using and giving out to people, and I'm not building a business. That's how powerful it is. Hey, somebody else I was talking to this week was Gary Razor over at Limu. And I've been studying that company ever since Robert Dean went over to that company. And you know, I mean, you can read all the history there, but I was looking, I thought, well, man, Robert's not even at the top of the compensation plan. But then I started going in and looking at some other stuff, and you got to go to the blog post to see this. But I go over here, and I find this young lady named Celine Lyles, 26 years old. She's in the medical profession. This is her passion in life. I've always wanted to help millions of children around the world, and now I know with this business I can make that happen. Now that's a pretty powerful purpose. What's fun about this, she didn't get into business to build the business. She was using the product for 3 years, just cranking out on the product. She was in debt. She was in the medical profession. I think she had like $15,000 in debt just on credit cards. And some of her family said, maybe you ought to start building your part-time business over there at Limu. And in less than a year, was making more part-time than full-time. 26. Not somebody that has some big network marketing experience. How much experience can you have at 26, first of all? And she's building it. Something else I'm going to do, because I found another couple over here that I just thought were adorable. Okay, this is Willie and Una Faye Ernest. Okay, they're probably in their late 50s, early 60s. And they went after this. After being on the product, they saw results. Then they saw better results than the doctors could produce. And they started sharing with their friends. An aging baby boomer population. This is a company, I mean, we're talking about a 5-6-year-old company that are just hitting their prime. I'm doing some articles on some of this because people say, is it better for a startup, better for a 5-year-old company, better for a 20-year-old company? What should I go for? There is no right answer, but I'm going to share a little bit this next week about Limu. I think it's great. Hey, going back to VEMMA real quick, I just got this in from Lynn. They just won the ACE Awards. They are ranked 33 in private companies over in Arizona. Man, I think that's some powerful stuff right there. I also just got something in from the DSA. Let me scroll down here. This was powerful. Discovery Toys, an oldie but a goodie, a company that really was stagnated. Tony Robbins had bought them. Nothing was really happening. That company has turned itself around. They had new ownership a couple years ago. They just partnered with Booster Juice, a juice bar up in Canada. They're going to raise $30,000 this year, and they're going to be giving sick children in the hospital, kids that have to stay in the hospital, some educational toys. They should be able to help about 15,000 children this year. To me, that truly is what it's all about right there. I don't know about you, but I get passionate when I see things like that happening, see things going on. Something else I wanted to hit on right here I thought was good, XanGo. 10 years old. They just went into their 10th year. And for a company that we all called a one-hit wonder, only one product, juice. Man, they've got skincare, they've got vitamins, they're doing all kinds of great stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up real quick. Oh, wait a minute, I got it over here. Let me pull this out. Let's see if we can pull real quick where they're listed for this year, because they've been kicking it up, doing some great stuff. And it's listed in here. We're going to put it up on the blog post. I'll tell you what they've done, because this is a company that, even though some distributors have left, people like Sandy Cohen and Ed Cohen are kicking butt at this company, and I could not be prouder of what's going on over here at XanGo. I mean, they've been kicking it up. Something that Rod Cook brought out this week. FDA attacks MLM. It's under the FDA new dietary ingredients. Man, here's what we got to do. Here's Senator Orrin Hatch also speaking on this. Here's what we're going to do. Over on the blog post, we're actually going to be taking and putting up, I got this from Rod, so we're going to use his stuff. But we got to go over there, and you've got to send a letter to your senators and your congressmen. We got to stop this. Okay, if you want to stay in business, since the majority of companies happen to be in the nutritional industry, you as distributors, I as an advocate, we have got to let Congress know, nixie this right here. I don't want people to tell me that I can't go out here and get my nutrition. I don't want them to go out here and tell me there's some kind of new cockamamie prescription on supplements. I believe this is a big brother deal. The pharmaceutical companies would love to be able to control this. The FDA needs money for the administration, so they're looking for a way to make this happen. Nada. We cannot have this whatsoever, so we got to do it. Hey, something else I'm going to do. I'm also going to be putting a story up of Jeff Hooks, one of the great guys in this profession. Look, he was making $2 million a year at VEMMA, and he left. But then he came back. And he's doing it all over again. Over 25 meetings a week. Building it organically. You know, we talk all the time about cross-sponsoring and cross-recruiting. How in the Sam Hill, when you go back to the same company, can you cross-recruit people from your old organization to your new organization? This is a true success story you want to know about. It's going to be some great stuff. Let's see what else we got going on real quick, and then I'm going to let you all go. I believe that's all we're going to hit for this week, guys. Great stuff going on at the DSA. We're going to be doing some articles this week. Tonight on Aces Radio Live, we're going to be doing some things on the tool companies, and then I'm going to go into detail on some stuff that's going on. Matter of fact, on tonight's show, I'm probably going to be talking about one of the great tool kings, as he's been called by some and a scoundrel by others. I'm going to talk about Orrin Woodward. He's getting ready to launch Life in a couple of months. And I want to talk a little bit about Orrin and the tool company, because he is one that has mastered tools. He knows that it takes tools to build any business, to build self-development. And I want to talk a little bit about that, because there's people that like Orrin and there's people that don't like Orrin. I've not found anybody yet in the middle. But I think as a king of tool companies, it'll be good to listen to. Guys, I tell you, it's been some cranking stuff. The blog post, we just redid the blog. The blog post is going to have a lot more than what's in this video. Live life like it's an epic adventure. I'll see you at the top. Be back here next week for the MLM Network Marketing Direct Selling News Report. Bye now.